A picnic, huh? Not how I figured two Grey Wardens would spend an afternoon.
Evka and Antoine's doing. They told me after all the Wardens have been through, and what's ahead, I should take a break.
I'm surprised you actually listened.
You know how sad Antoine can look?
So what did you pack for the picnic?
Emmrich helped me brew a ginger wort truffle tea. I thought we'd see what all the fuss is about.
An adventure in a teapot.
More like a rediscovery. Apparently it's an old recipe.
Well then, to your health.
Cheers. That's not bad.
It's, gingery, but also garlic, hints of mushroom, and, something else. Oh, well, I've never eaten a worm, but yeah, it is a little earthy. Wait, what? There, Davrin.
What?
Did you, hear anything maybe out of the ordinary just now?
I heard that.
No, I mean before that.
Emmrich said ginger wort might have some kind of magical properties.
More than mine.
Maybe it affects some people more than others. You alright, Rook?
Worms to you too, Hassan.
Worms?
Yeah, you wouldn't get it. It's between me and Hassan.
You want to dig some up for him? Be my guest.
I'll skip that. Thanks for getting me out of the lighthouse, Davrin. And with good company.
Rook, Evka and Antoine sent word. A warden's arrived at Lavendel with news. He might have a lead on Isaiah.
Then we've got to get to Lavendel.
Agreed. Thanks.
Lucas Kreisen, one of our own. He left on his calling months ago, then stumbled back in last night.
Have you met him before?
In passing, yes, but no more. He spent most of his time in the eastern garrisons, and then left for his calling.
Wardens don't come back from the calling.
No, this is the first I've heard of.
The long walk into darkness. Whispers of the old gods, drawing wardens down into the deep roads.
Never to be heard from again.
Until now.
That's one tough warden.
I've never heard of this before. Someone coming back.
Except the Gloom Howler. Warden Kreisen, can you talk? What happened?
The dead aren't dead.
Who isn't?
The Deep Roads. The elf wants vengeance. She's planning a crusade.
Isaiah. A crusade against who?
Grey Wardens. All of us.
Her ideas just get better by the minute, don't they?
She's dangerous. Gathering her forces. Griffins are there. Not much time.
Lucas?
Antoine, I need to know where he came out of the deep roads. It's time we flush the sewers. This is it, where Warden Kryson came back from his calling. Easy, boy.
He senses Darkspawn?
That, and the Griffins. This is your time, boy. You're ready for this. Hunt. Don't go getting a big head, boy. I mean it. You watch those tail feathers of yours. The second you feel Darkspawn breathing on them, you hide.
I don't understand why Gloomhowler would...
Isaiah.
Why would Isaiah bring the rest of the Griffins to the Deep Roads?
She was a Grey Warden. Last anyone heard, she disappeared down here.
After using blood magic on her own Griffins.
And she's still at it. The Archdemon blood she took from the cauldron? That's the end of Hassan's family if we don't stop her.
What's your name, Warden?
What is this place?
Sanctuary.
It reeks of Darkspawn and Blight.
Embrace it, and it will embrace you. The calling is not the end for Grey Wardens. Will you join us?
Join what exactly?
Those who hear the song of the old gods.
You're supposed to be killing Darkspawn, not living with them.
She showed us another way.
Is she a Seiya?
Names fade. The song endures. Will you join us?
We just came here to talk things out.
You must join, or you must die.
Right. Swords it is then. It didn't have to be this way.
Only true believers shall pass.
You're a warden. Keep your oath.
White out. You'll never fall.
What are you talking about?
Our blades defend the world.
I'm not used to fighting our own.
What has Isaiah done to them?
I don't know, but the Blight's taken hold. Hassan, you okay? Good. You're doing fine.
Where are we anyway? Doesn't look like the deep roads I know.
They're building something down here. It's almost like... Nah,
Like what?
a corrupted version of Weishaupt.
Darkspawn by the bridge.
Hassan, let him have it.
Darkspawn.
And Wardens.
Fighting together? Wardens, what's wrong with you?
For Weishaupt.
Conspire with fiends of darkness? Snap out of this, Wardens. You say it's evil. You're following a monster.
This place is like a caricature of Weishaupt. They can't be trying to rebuild it.
Even blighted, they must still remember being Grey Wardens.
Old memories linger. Echoes of them anyway. Twisted by Isaiah.
First Warden.
Rook, I'm never to be rid of you.
What happened? I thought you died.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Gillenane did her worst. Then she found me.
The Gloom Howler? Isaiah?
Nothing will stop me. We'll defend Weishaupt to the death.
Weishaupt? You mean this place?
It stood for centuries. None will breach its defenses.
I don't know what Isaiah's done to you, but snap out of it. Quick.
Send reinforcements to the north wall. Rally on my signal.
What are you talking about?
The Griffins will repel these invaders.
Where are they? What did you do with them?
Stop questioning my orders, Warden! 50 lashes for insubordination!
He's just like the others. He's too far gone.
What do we do?
Set him free. Even he deserves some mercy.
These wardens are long lost. The only
Found a blueprint for Weishaupt. The real one.
Must have used it to build this place. Hassan! Where are you, boy? Stay safe! We'll find you! I don't believe it.
I know. Weishaupt's dungeon.
What inhuman industry! It's like some feverish nightmare.
The real dungeon in Weishaupt usually has no warden sleeping at all.
I might have spent a few nights there.
Now they're housing that darkspawn army. Boy! I know. I missed you too, boy. Promise I won't disappear like that again. No, I didn't bring any gingerwort truffles.
are waiting! Blood on you.
A blood ritual. If she finishes, she'll fight the griffins.
We have to get in there.
I don't see the griffins.
They're up at the top, past all this blight. No time to...
More blighted Grey Wardens.
I see them. Keep attacking the boils. Kill Asaya.
We interrupted the ritual.
Hit her while she's vulnerable.
The tyranny of Grey Wardens has come to its end. A new order will rise from the deep roads. These griffins will be our symbol.
Another outbreak of blight boils.
We have to clear them out to get up to the griffins.
Never hurt them again. The griffins have a new family.
Wardens, we don't have to fight. Isay is the real enemy.
Then voice out.
This isn't White Out.
The griffins.
Don't worry, we'll get you out.
Grey Wardens, destroy those who will destroy our cause.
Hassan, strike through! Touch him and you die!
I'm giving him his freedom
How? By killing him?
by releasing him.
We know who you are. Isaiah. A Grey Warden who lost her way. You blighted the Griffins. You doomed them.
The Wardens doomed them by their own decree. I saved them. The eggs. These are the future. With blight in their veins, the Griffins will be immortal. The Wardens will never harm them again. I will be their shield against the pain.
They call you Gloomhowler. Does that sound like a savior to you?
You're a Grey Warden. Act like one. Be the light in the darkness. Or die, here and now.
The darkness offers protection. So it must be.
Hassan, like an arrow! Who's ready to go home?
The Feather Brigade looks happy.
And I'd like to keep it that way. Just not sure how.
What do you have in mind?
I was thinking I'd ask my good friend Rook for advice. I'm too close to this. Too attached.
Davrin, they're hungry and staring at me. That one's salivating.
Let's do this. I asked you all here to make a decision. These Griffins need a home, a purpose, a future. Evka, tradition would say they return home with the Grey Wardens, continue their lineage as warriors fighting the darkness.
We're already preparing the Eyrie for them. This time, we vow they'll be treated with honor and respect.
But I've also seen another side to them, a protective side. It's only fair to consider a new path. Eldrin?
Arlathan Forest needs a guardian. Sentinels to fight the marauders, the poachers, the rot. I'd be happy to train them.
And now the tough part. I trust all of you. I don't trust myself, my judgment. I'm too close to them. But I do trust Rook. He risked his life for these Griffins. Whatever he feels is best, I'll agree to.
Really? You sure?
No doubt.
With so many things in our world changing, I think now is the time for Griffins to try something new. They've served the Wardens well, which is why I know they'll do the same for Arlathan Forest. I've seen a different side to them. The Shepherd, protecting creatures in our world who are often forgotten. As a Warden, I'll be sad to see them go, but the Griffins' new home should be among the trees.
Well said.
The forest and everything that lives there thanks you.
Hassan. I love you, boy. I don't want to lose you. They're your family. I understand if you want to go with them. It's up to you. Bye, boy. Welcome home. How about thanking Rook for all the help?
Come here. Wait, what's that you say? I can ride you all over Thedas when you're big enough?
Hey now.
That's what he said, I swear.
Yeah? How about we discuss it over some gingerwort tea?
Okay, so the plan is basically to sneak around, find Hezenkos's lantern, and smash it. That's quite a crowd over in the manor.
Johanna's gathering. If she's mingling there, we'll be spotted. Fortunately, we have someone who could pass as a servant.
You don't think he'll stand out?
There'll be other undead servants. I'd be surprised if Johanna recognized him. You know, she never truly appreciated Manfred's cleverness. Right, Manfred. You're to find Johanna's guests and help us gather information on where her workshop might be. We'll be watching in case anything occurs.
Something's going to occur.
Once we find and destroy Johanna's lantern, we'll end whatever she's planning. Hopefully before she introduces the lantern to her guests.
That should be enough time for Manfred to blend in as a servant.
Let's find a place inside to observe him, quietly.
Right. Let's find another way in.
Johanna's last guests must already be in attendance.
There's a lot of people here. Hezenkos must be planning to drain their souls with her lantern.
And then what?
Raise more undead, I'd wager. But no ordinary revival would require such a massive store of magic.
Sounds like the party's in that main hall where we confronted Hezenkos.
Perfect. We can watch Manfred discreetly from the balconies.
And see if Hezenkos has that lantern on her.
There's Manfred. And Johanna.
But no lantern.
You're saying about a shrine in the manor? Yes, a shrine revealed by a spectral tome, which, as an expert, I could read if our host ever lets me into the library.
An ancestral shrine? I could question the deceased there about the location of Johanna's lantern.
Well, the book can lead us to the shrine. Let's hit the library.
I'm just waiting for our host's grand announcement.
My invitation?
The library's to the east, right? Where we closed Hezenkos's portal into the Fade.
Huh. Yeah. Why'd she come back?
Johanna must have a workshop hidden here. Likely where she's prepared whatever she plans to empower with this lantern.
corpses!
Johanna's creatures. We must deal with them quickly. I'd expected Johanna to post more guards.
Maybe she didn't want to scare her guests. Let's see if we can find that book pointing to the ancestral shrine. Nothing about a shrine here.
And what's a romance doing under geography,
What about this? That book just snarled at me.
Ah, there's our spectral tome. Well done.
It's not opening.
One must be delicate. That guest of Johanna's claimed to be an expert in spectral literature.
And was interested in the shrine. Let's have Manfred hand him the book, see what he says. Waiting for us. Manfred, take this tome to the man asking about the shrine, please.
Don't worry. We'll watch from the balcony.
What's this? The Spectral Guide to Blackthorn Manor? There now. I only want to look up one thing. There is an ancestral shrine in the northwest wing.
Perfect. Let's go to the shrine.
Yes, the deceased there should be most helpful in finding Johanna's lantern. This way to the shrine.
Why'd so many people come to Hazenkas's party? Is it the food? Food actually smells pretty good. Wait, was it corpses? Was this food made by corpses?
Of course not. Corpses never prepare food for risk of desiccated skin contaminating the meal.
Okay. Good.
All meal preparation is handled exclusively by skeletons.
Oh, come on!
The shrine's locked.
We must find a... Manfred?
What's he got there? Is this a key to the shrine?
Excellent, Manfred. Oh my! A body from the House of the Verheims, prepared during the Storm Age.
Well, anyone can see that.
We'll have to inter it safely in the necropolis. Afterwards.
Time to find Hezenkos. He's all yours, Emmrich.
By flame and seal, by light and flood, open your eyes once more.
Who dares disturb?
Friends to the dead.
Friends, this one was abandoned, lost.
Emmrich, it's getting noisy.
He's unusually obstinate. Speak! Where is Hezenkos?
Prove yourselves. What claim have you to the deceased? A willing dead companion. This one concedes. Hezenkos makes a thing that should not be. Red tapestry. Look there.
Rook, did you hear that? Manfred just...
I know. Also, we should move.
Oh, he can talk. Manfred, say something else. Come now, you just spoke.
We have to go.
Yes, yes.
More undead.
Your honest work. We're on the right track.
That red tapestry. This wall looks... Ha! Secret door.
Manfred, could you please squeeze through and open the door from the other side? Yes! Aha! I knew I didn't imagine him speaking.
How can Manfred talk now?
He began as a wisp that embodied what most wisps do. Curiosity. I knew he was learning quickly outside the necropolis, but this level of complexity is remarkable.
Okay. Talking is... fine.
It's more than fine, Tash. It's a great achievement.
Great. Good for him. It's good. Not weird.
Good work, Manfred.
Hope this leads to where Hezenkos is keeping that lantern.
I can only imagine what he's planning to use it for. Johanna's workshop.
What's that through the wall?
Oh my word!
Big.
I thought you and your little friend might come to my party for Karen.
Johanna, even half-lich, you can't control something this massive.
That glow on the skeleton up there. That's Hezenkos's lantern.
She's going to use the last storm in it to reanimate that monstrosity. Quickly, we must reach the lantern. And set that one up.
That was a lot of undead.
You may as well weep for the fuel of the bonfire.
I'm seeing why Hezenkos failed that Lich morality test.
We must make haste to that lantern. Unbelievable! Johanna's stolen a chamber from the Grand Necropolis and transposed it under Blackthorn Manor.
She did what? How does that even work?
The Necropolis's wards here are still intact. No wonder we couldn't sense what she's been creating. I wish Manfred had stayed above.
We'll be fine. We'll handle this. that ladder?
Thank you, Manfred. Now find somewhere safe.
There's the lantern. You're gonna free the spirits inside.
We must, before we can destroy it.
Like back when you were freeing those spirits Hezen got trapped in the manor. That took a lot out of you.
I must try, Rook.
Emmrich!
There are too many trapped spirits! I'm sorry. I can't. Another lash of power might end me.
What's that, Volkaren? Afraid to chance death for your precious spirits? For all your fine words on the subject, only I had the courage to risk my life for our art.
The art of what? Destroying a city?
Do you ever stop prattling?
Johanna! Listen to me! You're right. I've never overcome fear of that final dark. I miss having a friend that could.
Yes. Always the idealist.
I'm sorry Lichdom failed you. I swear I would have helped you had you come to me. But puppeting this creature...
Puppet? Puppet? Do you think I'm staying a failed lich? I won't command my greatest creation! I will become it! Scoffing colleagues, interfering Templars, inept rivals. You all have a place in my heart. And tonight you will fuel my ascension at the cost of your miserable lives.
Move!
You think you can stop me? Once I get rid of you, I will merge with my greatest work and conquer this city!
Emmrich, can she do that?
Yes! She's attempting full possession of the life of the people here!
We need to stop Hezenkos long enough to destroy that lantern.
With that much life inside it, the backlash could...
We don't have a choice.
Once I destroy you wretches, my union with my creation will be complete! Aren't you persistent? Fine! I'll go down there myself!
About time.
Silence! Crush you myself if I must. It's touching that you brought your new friends to die with you, Volkaren. I'll be sure to bury you all in the same tomb!
This isn't working. We can't break the lantern.
You think I'd leave myself vulnerable to you? Enough playing! Your pointless lies will fuel my triumph!
What the crap is that?
She's draining life from us. We must find shelter.
Right. You can't free the spirits in that lantern.
It might kill me and not even work. No living thing can approach it and... Manfred! Come back!
Any last words, Volkaren, before I... Ugh, you miserable little...
Manfred!
Show her what a real necromancer can do.
By the spirits bound here, night and shadow, light and blood.
What are you doing?
Let your chains loosen. Let the fade draw close.
You'll never succeed, you old fool!
I release you to the air.
No! You small-minded...
Emmrich, how's Manfred holding together?
We must go to the necropolis. His body could only take so much. But I underestimated him, Rook. What bravery in the heart of the dead. And how he grew. Manfred disobeyed me beautifully. He was his own soul at the end.
Can you bring him back?
I will ask.
Emmrich Volkaren. You were not expected so soon.
Wondered what your bosses look like.
I'm lucky. The Lich Lords can't always respond so quickly. My lord, I come regarding Manfred, my fallen companion.
Yes, there are ways to return his spirit. But should you do this, Lichdom falls from your grasp.
What? Why?
Lichdom is long. If I'm to stand outside death, I must make peace with others passing through it.
What would we otherwise become? How many exceptions till tyranny? Revive him and remain mortal. Or let him slumber and join us.
Emmrich.
Manfred chose to help us. Am I too weak to accept his well-earned rest? I yearn for Lichdom Rook, but leap into something greater, that everlasting light. Do I revive him and live out my days? Or do I honor death by letting him rest and protect this world through immortality?
Mortality's a hard price, but you'd miss Manfred.
Oh, of course I would. But a Watcher should be more accepting of loss, of grief, of his own death in turn.
You're braver than you know, Emmrich. You've always risked your life. Against Hezenkos, against the gods.
Death's abyss always recedes with someone to brave it for.
I think facing a lot of things would be easier if Manfred was back.
Oh, he was fearless. He has so much potential, Rook. So far to grow.
Then help him do it.
You're absolutely right. I'll need your help. Rest easy, Manfred. We'll soon have you back amongst the living. I've made my preparations, Rook. Will you help me restore Manfred to the world of the living?
I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you. We must go to the necropolis once you're ready.
Okay, Emmrich. How's this work?
We'll need assistance finding Manfred's wisp and drawing it back into his body. By pact and pledge, I seek an audience. By light and breath, let wisdom come. You've met these spirits before, but I've never properly introduced you. Rook, allow me to present two Necropolis Guardians, the keepsake of ages and far-sighted curio.
Thank you both very much for helping with Manfred.
How polite. How fine.
Good manners in mortal kind, beyond the spirit callers at last.
Friends, my assistant, my ward, Manfred, sacrificed himself to save us.
We'd heard you'd abandoned Lichdom to bring him back. Your work, your dreams.
You paid the price. But it seems there are many flickers of curiosity in the Fade.
And only one you seek. Draw his wisp near. Speak.
Can I help?
Yes, please. Think of Manfred. Tell me something you felt about him. Concentrate.
I was always surprised Manfred survived what we dragged him through. I don't think it was just because he was all bones. I think that's just Manfred.
In the sea of the Fade, there are wakes left by our passing. Our desires, our fears. I leave this beacon for you, Manfred. Follow my voice. Return to me, please. Manfred?
It worked.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful indeed.
Thanks for stitching that seam on my coat, Fred. It was coming loose. And nice new threads yourself.
Thank you. Yes, we needed something to mark him as an apprentice around the necropolis.
It's a good fit. See you around.
Yes.
How are you doing, Manfred?
Alive! He's excited for his training. Manfred's spellcraft is coming along nicely, more or less. Some undead have the potential to cast magic. I believe his was unlocked by his journey through the Fade.
What was that like?
Dunno. You mean you don't know?
Dunno.
We must work on that enunciation. Why don't you fetch the primer?
I'm glad things worked out.
I'm glad you talked me into it. As he grows, Manfred will better learn to take care of himself. I won't worry so much when I pass on.
How do you feel about that last part?
I have moments of regret for what Lichdom might have been. But none would make me exchange this for anything.
We're past the Blight and no one heard our gondola. Where to now?
We go under the bridge.
We aren't going in through a sewer, are we?
No sewers in Treviso. The streets are barely above water as it is. There's a hidden escape route. That's our way inside.
Your house has a secret escape route, and Ilario didn't post a guard on it.
Ilario doesn't know it's here.
Why not?
Katerina didn't even tell me about it. I found it laying here alone as a boy.
What the?
He let them into the house. Now I'll have to get the whole thing clean.
How much trouble can we kill them for the glory of Tavinta reborn?
Thanks, Lucanis.
It's not.
Live, you fools!
Now's your chance.
They said something about an old woman.
Katerina.
Katerina must be a difficult prisoner.
And here we are. Welcome to Villa della Morte.
No wonder Ilario wants to inherit.
Home? Smells like dust and linseed oil. Don't say that when Katerina is in earshot. Ready when you are.
For golden glory!
First the blight comes to my city, and now you want my house?
Brooke, good hit! Get out of the way!
Where are the next?
Hey!
End it now.
They made themselves comfortable, but we'll get them out.
The family rooms are up ahead.
First her, and then we find what we seek.
The power of the gods themselves is at our command, and we're thwarted by a door?
Ready for a fight?
The door's been barred from the inside.
So,
Katerina. Lucanis. My poor boy.
we'll escort you someplace safe before we go after Ilario.
You'll do no such thing. There's no time for heroic nonsense.
Heroic nonsense saved your grandson, and it's rescuing you now. I won't let Ilario do more damage.
Go. I'll meet you in the opera house.
I hope she can keep herself safe.
Welcome to House de la Morte, Rook.
Do you have a plan to deal with Ilario? Lucanis?
I'm working on it. The traitor deserves no mercy.
This is it. Get ready.
You have a plan now, right?
Knives are involved.
Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanis back from the dead, only to lose him to a demon. For me, it is a deep, personal loss. And so, I take the mantle of First Talon with a heavy heart. But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we could reclaim Antiva.
Over my dead body.
That can be arranged.
Guild cannot overpower us both. Now you fall. Venatori, to me, honor your alliance. Now, the demon of my ransom is here. Now, you should have stayed dead, Lucanis. All of this is on your head. You started this. I'm ending. Fall back. Leave Ilario to me. This isn't over. Why couldn't you just die when you were supposed to? Next time, use your own knife.
Taking fire! Take him down! You feel our might! I feel the god!
I will save Antioch. You're just standing in my way. I know the kinds of deals you can make with demons. This is not one. What are you waiting for, cousin? Finish what you start.
I already did. What am I ever going to do that is worse than this? On your knees, in front of every house.
Get up, Ilario.
Caterina, thank the Maker.
No one from House de la Morte kneels.
Mierda. What am I supposed to do with this idiot?
He tried to kill you and got you imprisoned. And kidnapped the first Talon. And made a deal with the Venatori.
Too much to forgive. But he's still all I've got. Viago, lock him up.
Do you think you can put me away? That is not your decision, is it? Caterina is still first Talon.
Enough, Ilario. Lucanis is first Talon now. His decision stands.
You're lucky he didn't cut your throat.
Welcome home, my boy.
A toast to the new first Talon.
To Lucanis!
Shall we make a discreet exit?
I'm ready, but are you sure? They're celebrating you.
I have other plans for the evening.
Really? You came all the way back here for coffee? The stuff in your villa wasn't good enough?
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
So, first Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Caterina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
Are you holding up okay? After, you know, Ilario and your grandmother and everything.
I wouldn't call it okay, exactly. Fucking Ilario.
Do you regret putting him in prison?
No.
Not with Treviso in such chaos. The last thing I need is my full cousin causing more. Let Ilario sit and think on his mistakes. It may do him good.
I was surprised you spared him at all, really.
So was I. But I don't have a lot to lose. What there is, Ilario, Katarina. This team. I'm not giving that up.
Maybe tomorrow. Swimming? Don't push your luck. You're still learning how to fly.
You two have come a long way since we met.
Yeah, and he's still just a cub.
Wait till he's a teenager.
It's all about emotion with his son. What makes him happy, what makes him sad, or afraid. He's pure that way. No hiding anything. He likes you, you know it. He doesn't like you, he won't hold back.
What about me?
He's taken a shine.
Yeah?
Listen, I wanted to thank you. Without your help, the Griffins would have gone extinct all over again. You stepped up. They have a home because of you.
Eldrin and the Dalish will take good care of them. It's the best choice for the Griffins. And I bet Hassan's brothers and sisters will agree.
He says as long as there are clear skies to roam, warm sun to nap, and bellyfuls of food, they'll be happy.
The Griffin's word is good enough for me.
Till Tosh teaches him how to swear.
That might actually be fun. See you around.
So, what's this about?
I got you a thing.
The knickers!
What? I knew cheese was stupid.
No, back in Ferelden, we call this cheese the revered mother's knickers. Because that's what it's supposed to smell like.
Oh dear.
Is that good?
Tosh, it's wonderful. I'm really, really touched.
Tosh likes you.
Rook!
What? It's true. Ask them.
You're really nice. And, you smell good.
Oh. Thank you?
Really good.
Please get there faster, Harding.
Oh. I'd really like to show you Ferelden sometime. Sharing Ferelden cheese could be a start?
Okay. Like, now?
I could eat.
Oh, good. Let's go.
Hey, Rook. Irlin and Strife reached out. They finished preparations for Syrian's funeral. I could use someone to come with me, if you're able. Just let me know, okay?
Sure thing.
We offer this form to the sky, the sea, and the earth. Thanks, Rook. for coming. I don't think I could have done this alone.
We're a team. We stick together, no matter what.
Still, I appreciate it. Anyways, we need to light 3 more braziers. Each one represents an aspect of the self. It's been this way for centuries. It's part of who the Dalish are. Maybe the archive could have told me why before I freed it, but it's what I know and what I want.
I know it's hard, but you can do this.
I already buried him once. At least this time, it's for real. Let's head to the first brazier. Okay, the first brazier should be ahead somewhere.
How far?
However far it needs to be, I guess. I wonder what we lost by freeing the archive, I mean.
Besides an opportunity to be called witless fool a dozen times a day?
Definitely not gonna miss that.
Belara,
Hey, Irulan.
look, if you need to talk, let me know. I don't want our history to make things awkward, and I'm still your friend, you know? Anyways, time to light the first brazier.
A third we give to the sky, to share your story with the sun and moon. Feels a little weird saying that one with everything we know now. It's not the ancient elf's fault that Elgernon is, well, what he is. Did I make the right choice? Freeing the archive? Losing that piece of who we were?
Not every question has a good answer, but who we are is just as important as who we were.
Syrian didn't want our people to be defined by our struggle. He wanted to go back to who we were, before. He said that's when we were ourselves all the way through. But that struggle, it happened. It changed us into who we are now. Just wish it were easier to know. Okay. Next brazier.
It's unusual to see all these obstacles in the way of a funeral. Death's hard to deal with, though, no matter where you come from.
Each obstacle's supposed to represent grief and moving past it, literally. But yeah, it's a little weird. Probably. Syrian would have laughed at it. Okay, on to the next brazier. What they did, the Evanurus, to us, I can never forgive.
With any luck, you can say that right to their faces.
Looking forward to it. Nev, what are you doing here?
What? You know I show up for you, Belle. They'd only let one of us come, though. The rest send their regards, especially Emmrich.
I'm just... Wow. Thank you, Nev. And everyone else.
Hey, as long as I'm around, you've got family. All right, go on and light the brazier.
A third we give to the sea, to share your story with the heart of the world. We always talked about visiting other lands. Syrian and me, I mean. Does the rest of the world look like Thedas? Shattered by the Evanurus? What would things have been like if they'd never existed?
The past isn't just one thing. It's all the little choices and events that add up.
Who knows what choices we would have made? If they would have been better or worse. But I keep thinking the Elven were the first people the Evanuris enslaved. They broke us and kept us broken. We survived in spite of them, not because of them. But it's still hard, knowing what I know. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, one more brazier to go. I'd always get the words wrong. In the rituals, I mean. Syrian would laugh at me. Well, not in a mean way, and he'd help me. It meant a lot.
So why are there people waiting after the obstacles?
It's a reminder that on the other side of even the hardest days, people are there for you. I like it. It's literal in a really reassuring way.
Yeah, that's a nice thought. I thought Dalish clans planted trees for their funerals.
This is what we've always done, that I remember, anyway. Well, we didn't use ancient magic before. First time I went to a funeral was for my grandmother. I was 7, had to climb through a bunch of fallen trees. By the time I got to the end, I was dirty and tired and sad, but not as sad as I thought I'd be. So I guess it worked. At least a little bit.
Balara, I'm sorry about Syrian.
Thanks, Strife. I'm glad you're here.
He was one of us, even if he never officially joined.
He died protecting Arlathan, even knowing the cost.
Saving the world. Seems like it might run in the family. Time to light the last brazier.
And a third returns to the soil, to blossom once again into life. And that's it. A Dalish funeral, or one version, at least. It hasn't changed much in centuries, from and to the earth.
I'm sorry this has been so hard for you, Balara.
You know, I thought I'd be sadder. But I'm okay, mostly. It hurts, but a little bit less every day. Freeing the archive? Was it the right choice? Does it mean Syrian died for nothing?
Well, you sent Anaris back to whatever nightmare he came from. That's not nothing.
That's a really good point. He wanted to reclaim our past, find the truth of who we were. He never got that. Never found out what he wanted. But he did the right thing. And I got to say goodbye. That's worth something, right? Now I have to live my life. For him, for me, and for our people.
I think sometimes we forget how hard just living life can be. But we do it. And it's enough.
Right. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. We'll figure out who we were, who we are, and we'll do it the right way. It's time we let the ghosts of the past rest. I hope you've found peace, and that we'll meet again. Goodbye, Syrian. I love you.
Stalgard should be around here somewhere.
I hope he's fully recovered from being trapped in the rock.
I hope so too, but the Kalsharok dwarves are tough. I'd like to see Kalsharok. Do you think Stalgard would take me? Should I ask him? Would that be rude?
Only if you ask rudely.
They're wary of outsiders, but I could learn so much about the dwarves, about myself. Maybe once things have settled down a bit. Got it. Stalgard told me about this place. The mountain is rich with lyrium, and the dwarves built this outpost to trade with Tevinter. As long as a dwarf stayed within the fort's walls, it would be as though they hadn't left the stone. They could keep their caste, name, and status.
Right. Traditional dwarves are particular about avoiding the surface.
The Kalsharok don't care about those rules, but Orzammar does.
Is it me, or does it feel different now?
You're right. Something's different. Maybe it's because the expression of the Titan's pain that looked like me doesn't live here anymore.
I can't believe that made perfect sense.
I'll just move this rock out of our way. I'm on it.
Is this entire mountain a Titan?
It's been still for so long. I can't tell where it begins and ends. It's big, though. They all were. Those rocks I can move were all parts of the Titans once. Once I knew, I couldn't forget it. Now I sense them all the time, whether they're dead or just sleeping. The story of their fall is the story of our birth. It's why we don't dream, why we're resistant to lyrium, and the reason we feel the earth in our guts. Leave it to me. We sold lyrium to the Tevinter Imperium. Titan blood, our blood, traded for gold. So they could use it for magic. The elves stole lyrium from the Titans to make themselves bodies. And eons later, we gave it to a new generation of mages. All on our own. It's sad, isn't it?
No darkspawn around the deep roads on the way here?
Lace Harding's shade kept them away for a time.
So they'll be back, you think?
It is hard to say. They seem different now, but there will always be patrols.
Oh, there he is. Stalgard.
You are meeting with the Shapers from Orzammar soon?
I'm told I must. To share what we know of recent events. They affect both cities, after all. The Shapers are all right, but the Assembly will ignore everything we have to say, of course.
I hope you're courteous.
You telling me to be courteous?
Ah, good. We are all here. I wanted you to meet my sister, Dura. She is a steward of Kalsharok's memories, a historian.
We have heard of your gifts. We wanted to meet you, to learn from you.
From me?
About the Titans, about our past.
You came here to meet me, to talk to me?
Hey, I'd want to meet you too if I heard all the stories.
I've learned so much, but I know there's still more to discover. I could tell you what I've learned, but maybe it's better if I show you. Hear the song of the stone. You children of Titans.
This is the eternal hymn.
The prayer and the proclamation.
Isa Dunal.
I felt it. I felt the Titans.
I opened my heart to all of you, but I could hold it only for a moment.
But there was an eternity in that moment. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Being here with you, with all of you, I finally understand. We will carry the Titans in our hearts, but it is no longer their time. It is ours.
Rook, I had an idea. I figured it's a good time to check in with Eldrin. See how his Griffin training is coming along. Want to come with me to Arlethan?
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again.
Hey, Red. Come to stare into the fire. I've heard that a lot of people think. Can't say I've had luck with that.
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Treviso. Is there any more we can do?
Eldrin, how's the training going?
Just a minute. Poachers are nearby. The Hulla are in trouble. Quick, to your positions. Go!
Ever tried gingerwort tea? Oh, it's got some kick.
You're joking. Who in their right mind would drink that?
Yeah. Who would?
No one I know.
Though I did hear worms are a big hit with griffins.
Worms? Who said that?
Mature. He's a wise old elf I once knew.
Right.
Looks like you met your match there, Eldrin.
They know none of this is real. Won't waste the effort.
You need to rouse the raptor in them.
That gives me an idea.
Wait, what's happening?
The Hulla are in trouble. An unarmed hunters nearby. Attack!
No,
They've
no.
got it!